Thank you, Madam Chairman. I just am amazed every time I hear people talk about the science is settled and all of that. And fortunately, this is not a hearing where we're going to be talking about the science, but you're going to hear of some recent things that have happened. Without question, the more preponderance of the science that's coming along is primarily those individuals who are on the other side of the issue coming over and becoming skeptics. But I do think holding this hearing is important. I have no doubt in my mind what would happen to our jobs should we start having a cap-and-trade system or a tax system. So I think it's very important to have this. I welcome all of the witnesses, and particularly my good friend Dick Armey, with whom I served in the House, and who is from Texas and saw fit to get a good education and went to the Oklahoma University to get his Ph.D. And it's nice to have you here. I would note with regret that Paul Renfro of OG&E was going to be on this panel, and he's not able to do it because of the death of Steve Moore, who's been the chairman for, Madam Chairman, for probably 15, 20 years. We have held numerous hearings in this committee on the issue of climate change, about 20, I've lost count, 20, 21, I guess. In contrast, a hearing on job impacts of carbon mandates on the U.S. economy is an important one. I'll be blunt. Like several of our witnesses today, I believe carbon mandates are job destroyers. Our witnesses will testify today on how devastating carbon mandates would be to the economy, costing up to $10,400 for a family of four. These are really, it's kind of a growing number because, first of all, we had the Wharton Econometric Survey, and then that was followed by an MIT study, and the numbers keep going up. They're staggering numbers, and the burdens will not be shared equally. I think we all understand that the poor are the ones that be carrying the brunt of the loss here. As a strong supporter of nuclear energy, I was gratified that we could expect more nuclear plants to come online and thousands of good jobs in the building of new reactors they'll create. Today, we celebrated the first new application in 30 years, and I'm just very, very excited about that. We've been working on this for quite some time. In fact, while we are looking at the crisis we have in energy in this country, it's not just oil and gas and coal and nuclear and renewables, it's all of the above. I'd like to submit for the record the testimony of Dr. Gabriel Calzada of Madrid.
Without objection.
He tells a story of North American Stainless Steel, a subsidiary of Oceanox, the world's second largest stainless steel producer. Kyoto Protocol's emissions trading system is wrecking Spain's competitiveness and adding to the bottom line cost of production in that country. So the company announced in 2005 that it would expand operations in Carroll County, Kentucky, creating additional 175 jobs. CEO Victoriano Munoz explained the decision by saying, "I would not like to find myself buying quotas from France and Germany." Government projections all show that mandates will worsen the economy. Of course, the hardest burdens will hit on the poor. It's no coincidence, Madam Chairman, that the average American expected to live 25 years longer than less than a century ago, and the real standard of living has increased sixfold. These leaps were driven by rapid growth that was unleashed in the 20th century. I'm concerned that instead of continuing our amazing success story, we will write a very different story for the future generations. That instead of it continuing to prosper, we will write laws that become the engine of the nation's decline. I urge my colleagues to safeguard the future prosperity of the nation and reject symbolic climate gestures as that threaten that prosperity. Thank you, Madam Chairman. And indeed, the honeymoon is over.